So I'm going to get right into it, and I'll throw it over to Jenna. Who are you, and what do you do?
Oh, hey, thanks so much for having me. This is great. So my name's Janna Bastow, and I'm a product manager at heart, but I'm also the founder of ProdPad as well as co-founder of Mind the Product.
Amazing. Yeah, I didn't know you actually founded. Were co-founder of that conference, and that.
Yeah, yeah, it was something that started out of myself and a few other product people that I knew wanted to get together and learn from others, and so it started off as a small group of us, and it's just really grown from there. So now it's this massive community of product people all around the world.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And so when you think about product and kind of your day to day and looking out ahead into the long term, like what are you really wrapped up in right now? Like what is your biggest thing about product management that you're mulling over thinking about today?
Yeah, I mean it's a big question, but I mean I think a lot about how product people, not just product managers, but product people in that space can really ensure that they're actually solving problems. Too many people get caught up in that build trap where they're so focused on building and launching features that they forget to actually take the time to validate that what they're doing is solving real problems for customers and for the business.
So actually digging more into what the problem is, as opposed to worrying about what the solution is or the execution model or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. You see companies becoming this feature factory. They get addicted to putting new features out there because at first that seems to work well. But over time, you just end up with this Frankenstein of a product. And, adding more features and adding more developers and adding more Scrum Masters or whatever to it doesn't solve that problem for the business.
Absolutely. And so, considering that and looking out in the next 5, 10 years, how do you see the role of product management evolving, and what are product managers going to be doing and focused on, in the next decade?
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, over the next few years, I think product teams are just going to have to get more and more accountable. Product teams are typically hard to measure. You can't measure us based on how many story points are put out or dollars raised or whatever else. Not the same way you can measure other teams. But I think it's going to become more important to do so and to link those measurements back to actual objectives in the company, particularly with we're seeing this rise of the chief product officer, this new division for product. Product people are no longer reporting into dev or to marketing. They get their own seat at the table, which cuts both ways. It gives them more power, more autonomy, but it also gives them more responsibility. So I bet we're going to see more companies taking up some form of objectives, whether that's OKRs or KPIs or whatever they're calling it in a few years' time, but also ditching their timeline roadmaps that have been rife in the industry for too long, that are just full of features and deadlines, and instead being focused on outcome-driven work, on solving real problems.
Amazing. So solving problems, I love that. It's super keen. Jenna, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, of course. Awesome. Great talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.